Hello and welcome to the Book Bunch. My name is Sam. It is so great to have you guys back for another video. Today is another book haul. I figured it's been like, 2 weeks, 3 weeks since I did one of these. You guys know I obsessively buy books and I just can't stop myself. So we've got another one and it's quite a big one because I managed to go to one of the Lifeline bookstores and everything is $1 until the end of the year because they only have them each store for a year. So at the end they try and get rid of all of the books so that they can open up in a different location. And yeah, I got quite a few there, and then I have over the last couple of weeks been getting some books in the mail as well. So we're gonna get started. Hope you guys enjoy this one. I don't know a lot about some of the books that I picked up, but they were $1. So I can always get rid of them. To start off, I am very happy to announce that I have finished my collection of the Hudson series by V.C. Andrews. I have been searching for the rest of this series for legitimately over 10 years. It would be way over 10 years because I was in year 10 or 11 when I read the Rain book because I picked it up at Kmart. It was like $5 or something back then. And it was like this little paperback, and I read it and I was like absolutely hooked. And then I went back to the shop to buy the rest of them because it's a series and I couldn't get a hold of any of them. And it turns out it was out of print. And I've been searching and searching and searching and searching. I haven't been able to find other copies of it. And the op-shop bookshop had all three that I was missing for $1 each. So of course I picked them up. They're not in the same edition as my original. Like these three are all the same edition, but the original that I have is a different edition. But honestly, I don't even care because I'm just glad that I finally have the full series done. Then I picked up this like American, I want to say it's like country themed, yeah, Texas romance series because they had book 1 to 3. And I kind of got this because I really want to know if it's going to be super cheesy or not. Because as you know, I read my first romance the other day and I really, really enjoyed it. And this was like the only romance that was in the like religious section of the bookshop. So I wanted to pick it up because book 2 sounds really good, but book 1 and 3 don't sound that great. So we'll see how we go. I don't know anything about this author or about this series, so if you've heard about it, let me know. But yeah, there it is. Again, they're $1 each, so even if they're just super cheesy or I hate them or I DNF them or whatever, it's not a big deal and I can pass them along. I also picked up Tad Williams' Shadow March, which is book 1 in one of his series. I don't think I've ever read a Tad Williams story before, but he is like a super big deal in the fantasy realm. I don't believe he's like Christian or anything. I'm pretty sure he's secular. But yeah, I have no idea if his stuff is clean or not, so if you know, let me know. But I thought this one looked pretty cool, and again, it was $1, guys. It was $1. I can't resist. I then picked up 4 non-fiction books, which I thought sounded pretty decent. So I got a book called Breathing Grace, which I just love, like that, you know, like that is something that with every breath we need is grace, and we are filled with God's grace every time. So that's amazing, and I'm hoping it's good. Also, there's like construction going on down the road that you can probably hear, and it's probably very loud, so I apologize for that in the background. But there's really not much I can do about it because it goes all day. But yeah, it says what you need more than your next breath, which I thought sounded really awesome. Then we've got this book called Love, The Saint and the Seeker, which is a book about this filmmaker who's on the front cover, and she is like a famous film director or something over in America, I believe, and she had the opportunity to film a movie about Mother Teresa, and it's like all about that and about how her encounter with Mother Teresa kind of changed her life. And I think that's really cool. I don't know much about Mother Teresa or anything like that because I haven't had much to do with like the Catholic Church or the saints or anything like that. So I don't really know much about it apart from like she's just done a lot of amazing things in the name of God. So I'm interested to see what this is like. I've also picked up The Love Revolution, which I don't know anything about, but it's by Joyce Meyer. I don't know how to say her last name. I want to say it's Meyer, but maybe it's Meyer. It's probably Meyer, hey. But anyway, I picked this up. This is like probably from the 90s based on the cover, but I just thought it looked really cool. I don't really know anything about it, so if you do, let me know. And then I picked up a Ted Dekker book. It's the only one there. It's called The Slumber of Christianity. This is actually one of his non-fictions, which I didn't realize he wrote non-fictions. So that's kind of cool to find out. But I really want to start collecting some of Ted Dekker's work. I'm really waiting for Kurong to have another sale so that I can pick up some of his things. But yeah, thought it sounded pretty cool. The cover's really interesting, but we'll see what it's like. Now we're going to move on to some that I didn't get from the op shop. These are just ones that have been trickling in over the mail or the various bookshops that I have visited over the last few weeks when they've had sales and everything. I'm pretty sure everything I bought in this pile was on sale, but I could be slightly wrong because some of them are just cheap in general. The first one I got is The Girl Who Could See. This is a novella by Kara Swanson. She is one of the Enclave authors, and she's got a series called Shadow, and there's one other, Dusk, something like that. I believe it's about like a fantasy retelling or some Christian fantasy retelling about Peter Pan, but I could be wrong. But yeah, she's got this little novella, and I thought I'd start here with her stuff, see how I like it. But yeah, I love the color. It looks cover. It looks really cool. On the recommendation of Book Talks with Miss Thomas, I picked up Insignificant Events in the Life of a Cactus because she described this book in such a way that just made me need to get it as soon as possible. So I've definitely picked it up as soon as I could. This is about a girl with, I believe it's autism, and it's just like her trying to navigate school and everything like that, and what it's like from her point of view. There is also a second book in the series. I haven't bought it yet, but it's on my wish list in case I really love this one and want to pick up the next one as well. But I thought it was really cool, like the concept and everything. And just, yeah, to live through a little girl's point of view is always good fun. I then got book one and book two and book three of the Earth Dragon series, because if you saw my creatures video, I read the first one and I absolutely loved it. For some reason they've come like slightly different, so this is like a matte cover, but this one's like a shiny cover. It's fine. All the ones I've got are going to be slightly different from each other because the first one I have is a bit ruined from a kid who previously owned it before me. But I'm really interested to see where this series goes. I love these covers. I just think they're so awesome if you're a dragon lover. But anyway, we'll see how it goes and I'll let you know. I have also gotten Awakened, which is book 2 of the Soul Chronicles by Morgan L. Bussey. I have also picked up the first book, Tainted, but there's like a delay in the delivery. I think it was out of stock when I bought it, and so they have to get it back in stock before I will get it. But I cannot wait to read this series, and I really hope that the first one comes pretty soon. Love Morgan L. Bussey. She's great. If you've read this series, please let me know if you loved it, because yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Just the cover looks cool too. Like she's like a steampunk pirate looking girl that's on like a blimp or something. I love that. That is awesome. And we've got The Fifth Man, which I'm so excited to read. This is the second book in the Oxygen duology, and Celestia and I are going to be reading it this week, and I just cannot wait for it because the first one was so good. I even like the janky romance, even though it was so sudden and probably poorly written. But apart from that, the actual story is really good, and like the actual science fiction parts of it is so good, and yeah, we can't wait to read this one. To finish off my Sanderson collection, I have grabbed Rhythm of War. This is the only book that I didn't have from the Stormlight archive. I've even got the short stories as well, but this one I hadn't grabbed yet, so I grabbed it in the same edition as the other ones that I've got so that I can give it a read as well. And then I'll just be waiting for all the new books that he's releasing next year, which is going to be wild. So yeah, Rhythm of War. Then it leads us into The Dragon's Promise, which is book 2 in the Six Crimson Cranes duology. I really loved the first book. I really love reading Asian mythology and like retellings of Asian mythology and just anything to do with that. I just love the cultures and everything that are involved in it and how different it is from my own, and I'm so keen to get back into this world. And the covers of this, I'm not even a pink person, but the way these like pastel pinks and greens and blues and everything go are so gorgeous. So yes, very looking forward to that one as well. And last but not least on the list, I grabbed the full Anne of Green Gables series because I've only actually read the original Anne, and then I've watched the movie adaptations that were done back in, I want to say they were done in the 90s. And I absolutely loved those movies, watching them with my mum. So I thought I'd get the whole box set because it was half price, so I only got it for $30, which is a really good deal. And I also got Olivia Twist. This is obviously a Christian fantasy retelling of Oliver Twist, and I got these from Koorong because they had a 30% off membership sale, which is the biggest discount you can ever get from a Koorong store. I picked these ones up when I grabbed Redeeming Love, but you obviously know I've already gotten that and read it, so I didn't want to put it in the haul. But yes, super looking forward to reading all of these books along the next few weeks with you guys. And yeah, let me know if there's any books you recommend for me to pick up, if you've read any of these, if you liked any of these, if you hated any of these. I'd love to know. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.